I saw for the streamer awards. Congrats, by the way, on your
Oh, thank
on your
you.
awards. You put me in a cage.
I put you in a cage.
You put me in a cage.
And you're gonna stay in that cage. You're never getting out.
Are you making sure to feed me at least?
I'll feed you every day. Don't worry.
What are you feeding me?
What do bugs eat?
They're ex-husbands.
Oh,
I eat my ex-husbands.
Oh God, I gotta find you some ex-husbands. Hold on.
Yeah. They have to be my ex-husbands, though. So you got to find me a husband first, and then I got to eat him.
Oh boy. It's gonna be a whole interview process.
Did I tell you? I asked Gunrun to find me a husband, and I'll read you his response.
Wait, what was his response?
It wasn't very nice. Hold on. I said, this was like back in September. I said, Gunrun, I have done so much for RV Shoujo family. It is now my turn to ask for a favor. I would like for you to find me a nerdy husband. Not right away, not yet, but keep your eyes open for me. I like him nerdy, I like him smart, I like them not intimidated by my drive. He said, quite the challenge, but okay.
Ah!
Quite the challenge, but okay. What?
Someone in my chat, I volunteer.
See? It might result
Interesting.
in you being cannibalized. You have to consent to that. Maybe one day I will eat you. That's
I think
my only ask.
a lot of people are okay with that.
I think so too.
You'd be surprised with how many people are okay with that.
You know what they say? It's better to have loved and lost. It's better to have loved Matara Khan and haven't been eaten than never have loved Matara Khan at all.
True.
Right? Yeah, I think so. I'm fine with it.
Gold?
That's what I like to see. That's what I like to
Yeah,
hear.
somebody in my chat was like, well, he didn't say no.
Yeah, but, you know, I want my CEO to be like, anything for you, Matara. I got you. This is an easy task for me.
He should be doing it right now.
He better be doing it right now. You know,
He's
he
out
better be...
interviewing candidates right now.
He's what?
He's interviewing candidates right now.
Right as we speak. Yeah. Every single time he goes anywhere for work, he makes sure to be like, all right, would this man be a fit husband for Matara? Yep.
What would be the criteria for a man to be your husband?
Honestly, the really like lame but true answer is somebody that I enjoy spending time with.
That's not lame. What the
Somebody
heck?
that I enjoy. I think first for me is you got to be friends before you are lovers. I
True.
think at the end of the day, one day the love, you know, no matter how sexy somebody is, no matter how in love you are with them, eventually one day you both get stressed, you both get tired, things happen, and you need to have a very solid understanding and friendship in
True.
that equation. Definitely because I am somebody who is very passionate about my goals and drive, somebody who has a growth mindset, who if we have a fight, they don't see it as like me versus them, but instead want to grow together. Many years ago, I had an ex-husband that like every time we would fight, he would say really awful things. And then the next day he'd be like, I'm sorry, I was just upset. I said that in the moment, but I was upset. Versus somebody who might see it as, okay, you and I have a problem. Let's fix this problem together. It's not you versus me, right? It's you and I versus the problem. Somebody who's a team player, right? Who would want to like grow together into the team that we're building. The team being, you know, whether it's an eventual family or even like, you know, having a house together, things like that. Kindness is really important. But I feel like just somebody that I feel is, you know, I'm somebody that has gone to therapy and I always try to better myself. I try to understand my actions, my words, my things like that. Somebody who does the same. I'm not saying they have to go to therapy, but at least that they like work on their, you know, my best example is like some people, they start dating at 20 and then they have trauma and problems. But when you get to 30 or 35, you kind of should figure out that trauma and problems a little bit more. And it doesn't matter if you went to therapy or you like maybe wrote in a journal or you figured it out, right? But I'm sure you've had friends who are boys or girls who maybe have the same problems in dating that they did 20 years ago. And at some point you kind of have to think, okay, but have you worked on yourself? Maybe you're just kind of going in blindly, expecting different results by doing the same stuff over and over.
Yeah, they don't know how they don't have the necessary tools. They don't know.
Yeah. So when I say therapy, like I don't mean you have to go to therapy to get those tools. You absolutely don't. But therapy is usually a good way to get those tools. So
True. I'm very, very, right now I haven't, like, I'm open to therapy. I haven't gone. I should. Well, I have, but I haven't found the right therapist.
oh, it's hard. I don't
It's
blame
hard.
you.
And I got kind of frustrated, and I'm like, okay, well, I've seen a few,
Yeah.
but none of them are fitting right now.
Mm.
So I'm kind of like on a break to regroup and see, and as soon as the new year starts, I'm seeing another field.
I'm
See
proud
if
of you.
maybe. Thank you.
I
Thank
did
you,
hear
thank
that
you.
to find therapists, like, yes, not every therapist is made the same.
That's
It was the
true.
same thing for me in like vocal teachers. I took a few teachers until I found one that fit. But for therapists, I'm
Yeah.
very lucky. I'm actually, my friend's mom is retired. She was a therapist back in Ukraine, and she still lets me call her and stuff. It's not as traditional as a regular therapy session, but and a lot
Oh,
of the
but
words that
still.
she uses aren't in English. So sometimes when I try to explain what I learned in therapy, I'm like, okay, I know the Russian word for this. So it is
You
something that
should
you gotta
speak
keep
more
looking,
Russian.
right? I do quite a bit, but yeah. So what about you? What would you say are your criteria for that kind of stuff?
For like for a person.
For a person, yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
It's kind of like the same as your answer, but like I'm very much the type of person where it's like I cannot be with somebody if we're not on we're not like friends.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard.
It's very I have to have that like friend connection. But
Mm-mm-mm.
then again, I also can't be attracted to somebody unless we're friends. It's kind of weird.
Oh, I used to not be like that, but as I've gotten older, I can't do casual things at all. I think as I've gotten
can't.
older, unless I'm in love, I can't do it. Or unless like I see myself falling in love with this person, I just can't do it. It's weird. And it's kind of intimidating because nowadays everybody wants everything with like less commitment and more casual. And I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I need you to look me in the eyes and tell me you love me.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I can't do the casual thing. I've never been able to do a casual thing.
Oh,
It's just not
really?
me.
Ooh.
I don't find an attraction to somebody in a casual thing. It's kind of hard.
Another thing that's really strange with me, I'm very independent and I need to have my independence and my space. But I also, once if like I'm at a point where I'm living my life with somebody, right? And like I want to live together or do stuff, I kind of want to know what they're doing during the day. And it could be as simple as like, oh, hey, I am going to go work for 8 hours, talk to you in 10 hours. But I kind of
Yeah.
like to know and
You like
and
communication.
communicate. And it's hard to explain because sometimes guys will be like, what, you need to know what I'm doing every second of the day. No, but like, I also, if we're living, or like, if we're living together, I don't want you to disappear for 4 days. And it feels like, I don't
Okay,
know if
wait a
women
minute.
also do
Wait
it.
a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Disappearing, like
That's exactly what I
disappeared
mean.
before. Like,
That's
come
exactly
on
it,
now.
right? Where sometimes, like, if I try to explain it to men, and I'm sure women do this too, right? Where it's like, oh, what? Do you want to know my every move and action? No, but, I'd like to roughly know what you're up to, like, at least every
Yeah.
day.
Like what the heck?
And if that's too much to ask, then sorry. Like, I'm not, I just,
I
like,
don't think there's anything wrong with discussing your day with somebody
Yeah.
or like going over daily things with somebody. Like
mhm.
I feel like the need to want to discuss things and to want to share what's going on in your
debrief.
life
Yeah.
should be there.
I agree. I
And
agree.
if it's not there, then okay, then sorry.
And everybody goes through phases, right? Like maybe if I'm having, like maybe I don't know, maybe I'm having a really crazy thing, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, 15-hour work days. But at least you can let them know, like, hey, 15-hour work days. Here's a heads up. I'm so busy. But I definitely do feel like sometimes it's something I had to learn that this is a need of mine, and if somebody thinks it's too much, that's fine, that's valid. But if it's too much for them, that's not. It's not for me.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I'm also very independent and like I like my own space. I like doing things by myself. I like having my own interests, hobbies. For example, I like, even if you go to the gym together, I like to do things differently at the gym. We don't even have to go to the gym together. But
Yeah.
I just
I don't know.
kinda need a
You
daily
know,
check-in.
I've lived my life isolated and like I'm used to doing stuff by myself and used to stuff, but it's like it's okay if we can't hang out all the time. That doesn't bug me. But it's like, can we discuss the stuff that you're doing today? That would be very nice.
Yeah.
And I think if you don't want to discuss what you did with me today, then okay, well then maybe we shouldn't be discussing things and we shouldn't be talking.
Yeah, I agree. And again, like, I think sometimes when you say that to people, I've had this before where they're like, oh, so you need me to give you like a big debrief every day? No. You should kind of want to give me a small debrief.
Exactly.
And if you don't, then I don't think we're good for each other.
Yeah, it's like if you don't want to give if you don't want to discuss things, like what? That's not an open line of communication. How is that gonna fucking work? If it's just like you talk to me every few days and it's just like what the fuck?
Yeah, I definitely feel chatting is a form of intimacy and it's different, right? Because like I can not talk to my friends for a little bit and that's fine. That's friendship. But I do think like, if we're talking about a partner, like to me, when I think of a relationship, I think of a partnership. If I'm in a partnership, I want to yap a lot more often. Sorry, that's just kind of how it is.
Exactly.
It's just, and it's just kind of figuring it out. I've noticed though that the more, I used to feel like I was demanding when I was younger, when I had all these asks. But now that I'm older, I realize the more I know what I want, the easier I will find it. Because I can ask the right questions to figure out if people are for me or not for me.
Exactly.
What else?
I completely agree. Hold on,
Hold on, I have a protein bar too.
Oh.
Yeah, my mom got these really nice protein bars. It's my girl dinner.
Oh, you have girl dinner.
Mm-hmm. Girl dinner. It's important to stay in touch, but sometimes people don't like small talk. Yeah, and there's definitely take your time. There's also definitely
it's okay
yeah.
to not want like small talk.
Yeah.
It's fine, but it's like I feel like when you have like a connection with somebody that I don't know, it's hard to explain.
So I also go through phases where there's days where I don't want to talk as much and things like that. But that's also stuff that you communicate. Sometimes you can be like, hey, just woke up. Definitely like woke up on the wrong foot. I'll be a little quiet today, but like have a great day, right? Like that kind of stuff. That's so easy to communicate to somebody.
Exactly.
And I also go through phases where I might not want to talk about stuff every day, but like a little check-in,
Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting your space and your time and not wanting to discuss things.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you have like a connection with somebody, it's like it should just come naturally.
I think so too. I think 2025 is my year, Mouse.
Oh my God, we were just talking about that in chat.
Really? What did you say? What did you say?
I was like, 2025 is our year. I'm like, sure, chat. That's what we say every year. And
has it
I
not
was
been
just
your
doom
year?
saying.
No, I mean, look, you're in better health in years.
True. But then again, like
yeah.
I always expect somebody in chat said it best. I'm just like that. I expect the worst so that I'm not disappointed.
You do. My assistant and their partner are manifesting me a secret husband. My friend, when I was in Austin, my friend Aphrodite, he does like tarot readings. He gave me a tarot reading and he said,
wait a minute, you're friends with Ant?
Yeah, from like forever ago. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, from like
I had no idea.
From forever ago. From like before he got partnered. He gave me like a 2-hour in-person tarot reading. And he thinks I am just starting. He thinks there's a lot of come-ups in my year. And you know what he said? He actually said he thinks that when I get to the next level career-wise, there will be so many men trying to knock down my door, which I thought it would be the opposite. I thought as I get more successful, I get more intimidating. But he said it's the opposite. So I guess we'll see.
No, I think men like that.
You think men like when I get more intimidating?
Men love. Listen, okay. I'm not a man. As a man, no, I'm not a man. I'm a woman. But I will tell you, there's nothing I love more than passionate people, and especially when they're passionate about things that they love to do, like their job or like things that they're interested in. And passion is just something that's very, very, very attracting.
I think so too. I think so
Very
too.
attracting, very alluring.
I think so too. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'll let you know. I'll let you know once they start breaking down my doors and my windows, okay?
Also, like, I'm a bit of a workaholic, and I
bit?
like workaholic people.
Same. Because you know where everybody stands. You know, like, and I'm sure you've noticed it sometimes. Like, sometimes when I'll have some, I don't really keep close friends that are super gossipy. But when I was a little bit younger and I did, it's like people have so much time to talk about drama, and then I think about it. I'm like, have you tried being busy? Have you tried getting like stuff happening, doing stuff? So I definitely like
Yup.
my busy people because I don't have time. I don't have time for dramatic things. I'm working. Trying to send my parents to the
Exactly.
Netherlands and to Japan next year. You know? Want to make sure they have the time of their life.
Oh, you're going to Japan.
My parents want to go to Japan with me, and I think it would be amazing. And also they want to go to the Netherlands when I go to the Netherlands. Which I think
so
would
you're
be
gonna go with
amazing.
them.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
we
gonna be
will.
great.
I think a really good way of traveling with them is doing a few things together and then me going to do my own stuff and them doing their own stuff. You know?
Yeah, of course.
That way we do a little bit of stuff together, but not too much because since I've been living with them, sometimes I'll say like, oh, what are we doing this weekend? They'll say, we are going to the cottage because we need quality time. You have fun at
Exactly.
home. I'm like, okay, I got it. Good for you guys that you're so in love. Screw you.
Are they very like affectionate?
Yeah, they are.
Cute.
It's so my flesh mother's husband, he retired recently, so he's at home with me often. We'll drive to the gym. Sometimes I'll tell him like a fun piece of gossip, and then by lunchtime, when my flesh mother will call me and I want to tell her the gossip, she's like, I already know everything. He just the moment I tell him anything, he goes and he calls her and he'll tell her everything.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Listen, he knows his priorities. His wife is his number one priority.
That is so cute.
Right? He'll just tell her there's no secret. Anything that happens, she instantly knows.
That is so adorable.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Now that he's retired, sometimes he'll call her. Hold on, wait. Sorry. I started eating and then I'm like talking with my mouth full. Give me a moment.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hold on. Sorry. I didn't think I started chewing, then I'm like, wait a second.
Power wash mukbang, yeah.
He'll call my flesh mom and be like, hey, what are you doing for lunch? She'll say, oh, I'm going to lunch in an hour. He's like, okay, I'm gonna drive to you. We're gonna go to lunch. So you'll just drive just to go have lunch with her during
That
her
is
work
so
day.
sweet.
I know. See, like stuff like that. That's what I think about. Where it's like, look, I'm not saying I need my partner to, leave what they're doing every day just to have lunch with me. But it's so
Of course.
sweet when sometimes they're like, hey, what are you doing? Let's go for lunch. I care about you.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. I think that's a big one is like, sometimes I feel people have an idea that in order to show somebody that you care, they have to move mountains. It's in the little things, right? It's just doing little
It's
things
true.
often enough to show the person that they were on your thoughts, which I think is really
Yeah.
big for me.
Exactly.
Oh,
I agree.
also some momos were saying this is like spiritual manifesting. The momos are manifesting for us and for themselves.
We're manifesting.
Yeah. But I think it's important to like figure out what you like and what you don't like and what are your deal breakers. And communicate
agree.
that,
I agree. You know, I need to have somebody that understands that my work is my number one.
Mm-hmm.
and I love him more than anything.
Yep.
And don't try to take me away from that, because if not, you're not gonna be around me.
Yep.